Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome to day 11 of the Nick Graves Trades Bootcamp. 3 more days to go. Today, we're going to be covering a very important topic, and it's really the way I do trade every single day. And that is the Judas swing, guys. The Judas swing is literally the easiest way to trade if you really know how to utilize it. And I'm going to go over on how I use the Judas swing today and then give you examples. But before I do, what is a Judas swing? Okay, a Judas swing is basically just a market open manipulation going to a level for a reversal. So it's basically where market goes and stops out a whole bunch of orders and then reverses. A Judas swing is not distribution, and a Judas swing is not accumulation. A Judas swing is where market open immediately rips up in the first 1 to 3 minutes, stops people out, and then reverses, right? And I'm going to show you guys an example of kind of how it worked out today, and how you're able to use a Judas swing combined with key levels, how I taught you guys to take a trade. So coming into market open, right? We're right around here, just hovering around. These relative equal highs were already taken. I had a couple of short levels that I was looking at and a couple of long levels. This was my main short level for the day. Why? Because it was a 5-minute relative equal highs paired with a 5-minute fair value gap, and I wanted to see some sort of like rejection off of it. And this was literally just my level. I also had a 15-minute, like I also wanted to see this relative equal low get hit. We did end up doing that, but it was after we did sweep it. So this is what happens. As you can see here, the time. What time is it? 9:28, 9:29, 9:30. Look what this 9:30 Judas swing does. We come up, we rip up, we manipulate above this high, this key level that I had, and look what we do. It's an instant reversal to the downside, and I caught like 80 points on it, just like that. My entry was at 0.92 or something like that. I think I won. I didn't even go into drawdown. We literally immediately just reversed. And then like the rejection block forms, and then after that, like you can just like enter off rejection block if you missed the initial entry. But yeah, bro, like this is literally a prime example of a Judas swing. And a Judas swing, I think, has happened 3 out of 4 times this week. So far trading with the students, we're 4 for 4 this week. We haven't lost in a single day. And this is just a prime example. A Judas swing, boom, rips up, quick manipulation, stops people out, reverses, and then again, we come up, sweep us here, and then look what happens, guys. Macro, rebalance, continue lower, macro, rebalance again, continue lower, right? Everything I taught you guys is finally coming together. It's finally coming together, but this is a really good example of a Judas swing. I'm going to go into the market open from yesterday and kind of show you guys how I was able to use the Judas swing yesterday. So coming into the day yesterday, I was looking for shorts. I wanted to see the entire range get rebalanced. We had this relative equal highs right here. Nothing really else. And then on the 1 minute, if you go down to the 1 minute, we had this like 1 minute FVG fair value gap, right? Again, I kind of already talked about this in the past video if you guys remember, but here is another prime example of a Judas swing. 9:28, 9:29, 9:30. Look what happens. 9:30 manipulates, stop everyone out who's in shorts, and then immediately reverses like, I don't know, 300 points. And yeah, that is literally like this is a prime example of a Judas swing. Like it cannot get more obvious than this. Again, market open, manipulation, distribution. Again, back to the power of 3. Judas swing is the manipulation part of the power of 3, right? Look at this. Accumulation, manipulation. What do we get after the manipulation? We get the distribution to the downside. The Judas swing is the part of the manipulation, guys. I trade the same way every single morning. That's why I'm always done so early, because I understand how the Judas swing works. It is the most simple and obvious setup in all of trading, right? If you understand where the market wants to go and you understand liquidity and key levels, it's all you need. Let's go to another day. Screw it. So what was that? That was the day before. Okay, let's go to the day before that. Oh, perfect. Another prime example. We had a 15-minute high paired with a 15-minute fair value gap right here. Boom. And we had sell side that I wanted to see us deliver to below right here, right? Clear and obvious draw on me right here. Relative equal lows, right? Very, very clear and obvious draw. So a 15-minute fair value gap paired with a relative equal high. Look what happens. It's like repetitive every single time. 9:29, 9:30. Look what happens. Boom. Market manipulates, stops every single person out, and then reverses. Again, the power of 3. accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Guys, it is as simple as that. Like, a Judas swing happens almost every single morning, and if you don't see a Judas swing, most likely it's going to be chop. But like, you guys can just see how this works, right? Like, I think there was even one on Tuesday. Let me go to Tuesday. Yeah. No, there wasn't. This was an example of a pre-market Judas swing. Price already took this insta like data low. We hit a 15-minute fair value gap, and it was before market open. I think I already talked about this in the last video, but then market open and then distributed higher. But even again, you can catch both sides of it. So technically, I was in longs from here, so I caught the distribution of my level, but technically I also did catch the manipulation because this was like a 3-minute Judas swing up to here. We stop out and then come down here and then stop out. So it's like, again, guys, like you can see how you're able to use it. But yeah, I mean this video is literally as simple as it gets. Like it's a Judas swing. It's called a Judas swing. You're able to use it to understand manipulation, understand where the market wants to go. And it's how I get in and out of the market so quickly, and I get up and down for the day very, very quickly. Once you really have to understand the markets to utilize it. But this is really all I had, guys. This is a straightforward video. Again, I appreciate all the love for these bootcamp videos. I hope you guys are really learning and enjoying from them. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.